I'm Jonathan Worsley, Chairman of the Bench, and delighted to be on this podcast for FHS with Hassan Ahdab, who is Chief Hospitality Operations Officer for Taiba Investments. Hassan, thank you for joining us and great to see you again.
Thank you, Jonathan, and thanks for hosting me for this podcast. I look forward to speak to you.
Well, Hassan, we've known each other for a long time. It goes back to the days when you were GM of the Sheraton Hotel in Addis, when you were at Starwood Hotels. Tell us a little bit about your journey in the hospitality industry and why you joined and some of the travels you've had.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's very interesting, actually, for me, today, looking back to the past 35 years or plus, when I joined the hospitality industry purely by mistake. And I have a financial background, and I went on a traineeship into the First Meridian Hotel in Damascus, Syria. And then I liked people, and I liked the hospitality, and I stayed with this industry. So I grew up the ladder from being as a front office, and I worked in the back office, and I made it through to become a general manager, then regional general manager, and finally, with Starwood, I was the vice president for the African Indian Ocean region. Together with my wife, 3 daughters, we globetrotted many destinations. So we lived, our first expatriation was in the GCC. We went to Kuwait and came to Sharjah. And then we left this part of the world and went to the Seychelles Islands. We stayed about 6 years there, and from the Seychelles, went back to Europe, where we anchored in France to become our second citizenship. And from there, I re-globetrotted again with the family to live in Africa, Gabon, and from Gabon, went to the Caribbean, and from the Caribbean back to France, then Belgium, then Dubai, then Qatar, and our final stop today here is in Saudi Arabia.
Since 2017, I believe.
Absolutely, since 2017. I'm here with DUR Hospitality first, and recently when we merged with Taiba, we became with Taiba Investment, and I'm honored to become the Chief Hospitality Operation Officer for Taiba Investment.
So any regrets along that journey of yours?
Not at all, really. I think in every stopover we had great experience, whether it's myself, my family, my daughters. I think we acquired our network is immense for our friends from all over the world, and we keep the contacts with every single one. We like people. We are open to meet with anyone, and the diversity of the various stopovers we had, I think, made us a little bit different than others. So we don't regret it at all, that we enjoyed every destination we lived in.
That's a great showcase for the youth coming into our sector at the moment, and just seeing what you've done with your career.
Indeed. And I really wish everybody to have similar journey and similar experience, and you need to work for it. So we worked for it and we enjoyed it, and it's still moving forward. Great. Thank you.
Very good. Now tell us about the acquisition by Taiba of DUR Hospitality, which happened earlier this year, and what it means for the company now, because you were at DUR, now heading up the hospitality operations for Taiba. What does that mean for you? What does it mean for the company and your growth prospects?
Really, the acquisition has solidified Taiba Investment position as a leader in the Saudi hospitality market, now greatly expanding our footprint across the key cities, especially in the holy cities of Mecca, Medina, Riyadh, Jeddah, Jubail, and Tabuk. Now, by integrating DUR Hospitality diverse portfolio, now Taiba Investment we post a broader range of hospitality offerings. We include luxury and mid-market hotels, and also we have residentials, compound, and commercial centers. Obviously, this gave us certain strategic expansion and has not just broadened our geographic reach, but also the ability to attract a wider and diverse audience from luxury travels to budget-conscious guests. Also incorporating DUR well-established brands, as you may know DUR before, into the Taiba portfolio allow us now to offer a richer mix of hospitality experience and also reinforcing our market leadership and appealing to domestic and international investors, we'll call it visitors. Now, the workforces also significantly was impacted by the acquisition. We together now, we have more than 2,000 experienced professional and skilled staff. I just want to say finally that from the acquisition aligns really with the Saudi Vision 2030 goal by enhancing our capabilities and in anticipation to increase of tourists and particularly the religious tourism.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, tell us a little bit about the business model and the type of structures that you enter into now as you're part of Taiba Investments.
I think the business model has not changed. We have our own brands, which are basically based in Mecca and Medina, with Makarim and Noor by Makarim, and those brands are dedicated, as I mentioned earlier, to Mecca and Medina businesses. They support the religious tourism. Now, in the other cities, we are partnering, or we partner already with major international hotel groups, and namely the Marriott, as we were the first company in Saudi Arabia to collaborate with Marriott some 40 plus years ago. And later on in the process, we partnered with IG and with Accor, bringing their Rixus brand to Saudi Arabia, which will be the first Rixus coming up, and hopefully it's scheduled to open in late this year. And obviously, we have work. We find out with the merger with Taiba also, they collaborate with the same international group as well as with the Millennium Adding. Now, the model is either we own and is operated by international operator, or we operate directly ourselves via franchise agreement if it is in Riyadh or Jubail or Tabuk or the other cities. So we are open to all models, and I think we are expanding in third-party operation and our own management also.
Hassan, you have that range of experience from ownership, management to franchise. First of all, what's going to be your focus going forward? But secondly, what would you advise newcomers to Saudi to enter the marketplace?
Okay, let's start. I think the question has two folds. One is with the merger, what would be our new strategy? Definitely the purpose of the merger is really to expand, and I think it goes very well with the 2030 vision on bringing 100 million visitors to Saudi Arabia. So our main focus will go in the models which I have mentioned earlier, and can be any new addition model available to the market. So I would call it according to the opportunities, and our new strategy will definitely define more focus area for growth. Now, for the newcomers coming to Saudi Arabia, my first advice will be, there is a room for everybody to come in. And when we say there is a room, there is a room for new brands and, of course, new investors coming in. We have our giga project and mega projects, lining up, and very promising, very modern, and others. And of course, we have the established cities and the key cities like Riyadh, Jeddah, and Al Khobar, all these cities. And of course, we have the I would call it the auxiliary cities, which are also in need of accommodation if we speak purely about the hospitality industry. Now, for the newcomers, there is a room. They need, just from my point of view, is to establish the niche or the targeted segments to make sure that they cater exactly to these particular segments. And I believe that the government has facilitated the arrival of new investors. So we establish, I think, here the headquarters of all the companies and with a lot of facilities to come in. So if anyone would like to come, I believe that this is the right time to come in.
Okay. And what excites you about the market at the moment, either in terms of product segment or in terms of location?
I think the direction is more on luxury nowadays. So the room available, I believe, segment available is to go for a mid-scale. So mid-scale and upper upscale, I believe that there is room for it. The MICE market is untapped, so there must be all adjacent facilities to MICE market, as I mentioned, is untapped, and this will grow and continue to grow, looking to the role of the kingdom in the region and worldwide. These are the areas where I really push for it.
Okay. And I know you're interested in the whole technology side of the industry and the tech innovation that's going on at the moment. How is Taiba leading on that front?
Before Taiba, I think what we need to know is really technology and the digitization is at the forefront for the new Saudi Arabia. And I trust that the kingdom is more advanced than any other country, as most of government dealings, court hearings, e-visas, has a number of application and many more cases at everyone's fingertips. Now, this will lead us, obviously, we in the hotel operations, to benefit from this advanced technology. And where we focus currently is really on the booking systems and where we can enhance revenues and also measuring our guest experience and continuing and controlling our cost and consumption and sustainability. These are the areas where we will really focus on. Now, having mentioned that, I want to add that Taiba has really great systems in place, which is comparable with any other international hotel group. So we're able to integrate our additional hotels into our system in really no time. I think our integration took not more than 90 days, and technology-wise was lesser than that. There is a mention here from our industry. The industry, we are a people industry. So the technology here, it's only to help efficiency and productivity, but will never replace the personal touch with our guests, employees, and chefs.
On the technology side, then, how are you incubating these new ideas that are coming through to make us more efficient, particularly in the back office and with sustainability as well?
Well, we encourage our people and our team, my team in particular, to really continue research on any new application coming up to the market, which can facilitate or help us to become more efficient. So we interact with all new entrepreneurs or new, call it Silicon Valley's applicants and others, and we spend quality time with them in terms of first learning about their products and comparing with our existing products and see if there is an advantage for us moving from one to another. Of course, this is time consuming for all of us, but again, it's immense learning for everybody else. So we really give time for it, and we encourage our people to do within their duties and off duties to continue up to speed with anything coming to the market. This is the way we are up to date with our we call it our system and tech stack.
Right. And of course, you're learning from the global brands in terms of new innovations that they're bringing into their different brand stacks as well.
Definitely. We are hand by hand with any kind of a new innovation or new technology or application or systems coming up with these big brands as they operate our hotels, we franchise their hotels. So gladly they share with us or they make us part of these systems, and all this combined together make us a little bit different from others. So that's true.
One exciting product that you're launching within the group at the moment?
from a system point of view or a hotel's point of view. A hotel's point of view, we have a few projects coming up. So we have 3 openings this year. Makarim Medina or Burj Al Medina, which is coming up. We have new Makarim in Riyadh, in Mecca. We have Noor Al Nasi, which is our new brand, also in Mecca. Then we have other projects under construction. One in Riyadh, a major hotel group, as well as 2 others in Medina. All these currently under construction, and we look forward to see them scheduled opening 24 and 25.
Well, I was a question I was going to ask you, which projects do you have in mind? But I also wanted to ask you what sort of any ideas, just following up on that question of technology. Is there an example that you have that you're proud to have brought into the group that has made business more efficient or provided a better service for your clients?
Well, it is true. And actually, I was inspired when I attended the FHS advisory board by one member of your team explaining about or giving us an update about the latest on AI or artificial intelligence. This gave me the idea to convert all our standard operating procedures into AI version. And we are currently doing the first experiment, and we hope to launch it very soon. So by this, I believe we're going to be the first hotel in the world applying for our SOP to be dictated or delivered on AI. I have not heard of anyone else doing it, so we proclaim it.
That wasn't a plug, Hassan, but we're delighted to be working with you on that. And absolutely, I think this whole AI technology can really enhance the efficiency of providing education to your staff as well in a very personalized way. So excited to be working with you on that.
Thank you. And the added value for it, and hopefully when we launch it, we share it with our peers in the industry. But AI can help us delivering to in all languages, okay, and interpreting all our procedure SOP or standard operating procedures, and easy to modify when you update your procedure. So, and then make it friendly users to our employees. They can see it and see somebody talking to them. I believe that it will become a premier in the industry.
Excellent. Yeah, I agree with you on that front. We hear lots of great things about what's going on in Saudi with all these projects and everything else. From your point of view, what are some of the challenges that you need to overcome to get to that 2030 vision?
Look, I believe there are more opportunities than challenges, the way I see it. The opportunities is because the development is almost going in everywhere. Not necessarily construction from hospitality point of view, but all kind of domains. So there are more opportunities than the challenges. Challenges will remain all time the manpower for all of us. But with the young generation and the youth and being attracted to our particular industry, I think this is decreasing little by little. I mentioned that we got reached 100 million visitors, and to be achieved, this will become more opportunity than challenges.
Okay, all right. So Hassan, you've been a supporter of FHS. Before that, the Sheikh, as we called it, the Saudi Hospitality Investment Conference, since 2018, when DUR and your team, the leadership team, supported us and became our founding sponsor. Why have you always been such a great supporter of our event?
To be quite honest with you, there isn't similar forum in the Middle East or Africa where industry experts from hospitality and adjacent businesses come together to meet owners and investors, local or international. So FHS or Sheikh brings together all these people to find new opportunities, introduce latest best practices, new brands, and new technologies. Now, although the world caters for more than 187,000 hotels, this is the latest count in 2023 by STR, yet it remains a small community. And honestly, FHS brings all stakeholders together in a superb, professional, and friendly settings. Now, even though everyone is competing, yet the friendships and camaraderie dominate FHS ambience. I think all this really pushed me to become an advocate of FHS.
Well, it's great to have had your support for all this time, and we're looking forward to FHS around the corner in less than 10 days. And also a huge congratulations to Taiba Investments with having Mutab Jamara, who is the winner of our Leader of Tomorrow award. He's an under 35-year-old Saudi who was very involved in I believe the whole structuring of the deal between Taiba and DUR Hospitality.
Thank you, and thanks on behalf of Mutab for his nomination. Mutab is one of our stars, and definitely he was all-time available for the last, I would say, 18 months. It's from the pre-merger, during the merger, and the post-merger, and we cannot deny his role in it. And I'm glad that he was awarded the Young Leader from FHS.
Yeah. Well, we'll be doing that. We'll be presenting his award at FHS and look forward to that. One final question for you, Hassan, was that you were nominated as the world's leading travel personality, and given your extensive background in our industry, how do you view the importance of personal leadership in navigating the complexity of our industry?
Well, first, really being nominated as the world's leading personality is an incredible honor and truly highlights the power of personal leadership in this dynamic industry, inspiring the next generation. This is really what brought me into it. So for me, personal leadership isn't just about managing a hotel. It's about steering the entire experience, adapting to a dynamic environment, and building a future-proof hospitality set. So it's about fostering a love of travel and creating a positive impact on the world. So it is one guest at a time.
Oh, that's nice to hear. And Hassan, it's just been great having you on this podcast, and many congratulations on your journey to date. You need to be writing a book soon, I think. But thank you for joining us, and look forward to seeing you very soon at FHS around the corner.
Thank you very much, Jonathan, and thanks to your team for doing really great job. And again, thanks for the nomination. I look forward to see you very soon in Riyadh.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.